Sweet.
Where we last left off, on pirate adventures. Feels like a long time ago now, but we had a very tender moment between Gruzeel and Umbra, awkwardly, disgustingly, taking apart a beast in the hopes of learning some more about memory and how the memory works, as Umbra has been enlisted by the captain to create a potion that brings back memory to reimburse his warrant of being part of the crew. Mainly because he left Tim with mouths on his hand.
Yeah, you bastard.
Could have happened to anyone, really. Let's be real.
I don't think anyone
That's
would
true.
I don't think
That's
anyone would have
true.
been foolish enough to take a brew from Umbra though.
Want to trust Umbra.
A calming brew. Never trust a calming brew. Anyway,
Well,
we
to be
left
fair,
off there.
I'm sure the mouths on your hand are very calm.
Oh, they're very calm mouths until he starts
Until they
making
start
them not
screaming.
calm.
Yeah.
So we left off there. You are a couple days away from what you assume is your meeting point. I believe that's everyone's plans for that day. Is there anything anybody wants to do for the next couple days?
Hanging out the potions, to be honest. So you could just be in the morgue unless anyone comes to talk to him.
It's
So
pretty
you're
much
gonna-
our routine, isn't
Yeah.
it? It's just gonna just focusing on sailing.
Focus
Yeah.
on sailing.
Probably would
Sailing.
want to catch some fish.
Okay, is anyone foraging, and how?
Tim can help forage because he can dive.
Now, Tim, if you dive, you have to go at half speed, but you are basically near your location, so it's up to you how much further down you want to get.
Because the one thing I'm
Um,
mindful of is that we've got 27 days worth of food and water, and I know that's a lot, but that's based on the crew we have at the moment. I don't want to like get this if we do end up getting a huge crew, and that suddenly goes from 27 days to 3.
Can we stock up there though, near the prison? Is
I
there
don't
not,
know.
like,
We won't make any
marketplace?
getaway probably pretty quickly. We're probably going to try and get away as fast as possible.
Look, we can fish, we can forage.
Yeah.
Yeah, can we do it at a rate and that's fast enough to feed everybody? That's the problem. If they're consuming faster than we can forage, then that's not really going to work, is it?
I
How many
think
of you are foraging?
does the ship stop at night?
No, I would imagine it'd
No,
keep
you've
going.
been sailing through the night as well.
So would we stop for foraging and fishing?
Well, if you're foraging via the rods, you don't need to stop. If you're foraging via you diving off board, you probably need to go half speed so you can keep up with the ship.
Okay. I'll help fish then in that case.
All right.
Because at the moment we're making our way towards the destination, but we're still just waiting on the admiral to contact us.
Yeah.
So I think we're in the right area. So it's
Yeah.
just a matter of
We can
just
definitely
stocking up.
definitely forage more once we're at our place if he's not there. But yeah, I think Tim fishing for now, because obviously you're just being a doctor unless someone's ill.
Yeah.
Whereas I think everyone else has probably got things they need to be doing quite regularly.
Yeah, he's one of the few people that doesn't need an active role in propelling the ship forwards.
Yeah.
So.
Is Gruzeel gonna stick to the animal?
Yeah, so
agreement?
yeah, in my
Okay.
bits when it's my shift to look after Umbra, when those shifts are, it's not really relevant, but yeah, he'll probably use his animal bag thing. I will assume, I guess, for this mechanically, at any given time, I'll do one in the morning and one in the afternoon, and I've got 3 because I've got 3 charges a day. So depending on if we get any problems, we can assume depending on when it is.
Okay, so you're going to do one in the morning, one in the afternoon.
Yeah, so let's say, I don't know, one at 10 o'clock and one at 3 o'clock.
Yeah, one in morning, one in afternoon.
Yeah,
is
yeah.
Fine.
So and then,
Alright,
But you
alright.
spend 2 of your actions doing that.
yeah, so I'll leave one, or I'll always have one, because they're quite useful in combat. So and 2 should be enough for Umbra to do his, and that Gruzeel will be there with him to study and learn and what have you. I don't think we'll need to roll really. for what they are?
I will have Haiss roll.
Mhm.
You don't need to roll what creatures come out, but I
Mhm.
will have Haiss roll.
Yeah.
Some. Actually, just give me an int check. Haiss.
Me.
Uh-oh.
Plain int,
Okay.
yeah. Just for the couple days.
Intelligence.
Yes.
Okay. +3.
Nut nature?
Natural 20.
Natural 20.
Wow.
I'm gleaming
That's-
not necessarily how well he does things. I'm
That's-
gleaming how much knowledge he
okay.
returns from it.
That's the least
Um,
enthusiastic.
It's unnatural, by the way.
It's an
Unnatural.
unnatural.
Sorry.
Unnatural.
Okay,
Yeah,
yeah.
Dirty
yeah.
20.
We can tell. We
Dirty
can
Is my
tell,
mic a bit
Haiss.
quiet? I was saying it quite a lot.
Okay. So it's a dirty 20. Right. So what you find is you're getting more and more adjusted to how the inner workings of these these different animals are working. You're finding that you're able to comfortably figure out where twinges are, where you can impact the brain, and you're very confident on where. What is it? Are they hypodermis? Hypodermis? I can't remember.
We're not scientists.
We're not
here.
scientists. The
Hippocampus,
part
I
of
think.
hippocampus, thank you. Where the hippocampus
The
is
brainy bit.
generally in the brain, and
Mm-hmm.
it's and how you can impact that to get not necessarily verbal understanding from the animals, but you do get sort of pupil dilation, sudden looking around, almost like you've triggered something in their mind, but it hasn't activated anything physical.
Okay. Mhm.
But as they are animals and can't talk to you, that's all you can glean.
Okay. Okay. Cool.
Alarias, are you doing anything with your other actions today, or are you focusing on sailing as well?
I'll focus on sailing because I normally take that on myself.
Okay, you're focused on that. Tim, are you doing anything with your other actions for the day, or are you focusing on sailing as well?
Yeah, let's just focus on sailing for now.
Okay, focus on sailing. Foraging, did people still want to forage? I'll probably take up one action.
Well, Tim said he was going to forage. So.
Yeah, sorry, I would help out with foraging. if I could.
Okay, so can I just get a wisdom perception check? Foragers.
Yeah.
One more thing to confirm, Arthur. How many potions can I make if I'm just
15
focusing
for
on
me.
making them?
Sorry, that was a crossover. Dom, can you say your check again?
15.
15.
15. With rods.
Okay, 15. You probably get
18.
another
18.
18. Is that your final answer?
Yeah.
Okay. 18. So, probably make up, for this size crew, for the size of 8 people in the crew, you probably make up another 6 days
Oh,
of food.
Nice.
You're in a very well flourishly populated area for fish.
Sweet.
Uh-huh.
Is that across both of us? Or just
Yeah, that can be across both of you. I'd say, actually, Tim, if you want to roll again with advantage.
Ooh. So another 2 rolls.
Well, no, as in, roll
one
one
more.
more time.
5.
5. Okay. Never mind. Don't worry. The initial answer is the correct answer. Haiss, what was your question?
Can I make if I'm like maxed out on like just making them?
You're currently experimenting at the moment with the animals, so you haven't had time to make potions yet,
I'd like
is what I would say.
later on, kind of thing.
So yeah, essentially, with our new rule set of 6 actions per day, 2 actions for sleeping, 2 actions for maintaining sailing on the ship, I'd say it's going to take you up to 1 action to make a potion, or 1 action to do experimentation. But if you're focusing on experimentation as you are, I'd say that's going to take up both your actions.
Yep.
Which makes sense if I'm giving
Okay.
you 2 animals a day.
Yeah, for now I'll continue to experiment. Then I'll focus on that.
Cool. Right. On the second day, at dawn, a black raven flies out and lands on the helm. Alarias, you'll be sailing at this point.
Mhm.
So this black raven is familiar to you. It looks a lot like Savadar's raven.
Oh yeah.
Here we go.
I mean, as soon as I recognise that, I'll probably call out to whoever's on deck and say, "This looks like it's our sign, boys. That's Salvador's Raven."
Who is on deck?
I would be.
Yeah,
makes
I'm
sense. So
assuming.
you-
I'm assuming I'm not.
Well, if it's early morning, you still sleep, I presume.
Oh,
If it's in the morning,
Gruzeel,
that's true. That is true.
You'll be asleep.
That's
Your
news
sleep,
to me.
your sleep 4 hours is delayed.
Oh yeah, again. Just interrupted sleep.
So I'd say this is quite far through. So Gruzeel will probably be at the edge of his
Oh,
sleep.
okay, cool.
Yeah, at least I'll be on. I'll very probably be on it.
Okay, so you'll all hear that. What do you want to do?
Just go, see what's going on.
I mean, is it flying towards a certain direction and we can just follow that?
So it's landed currently on the top of the
Oh,
helm,
sorry, yeah.
staring at you, kind of.
You talk to it.
Have I talked to it in the past?
I don't think so. No, not that you
No.
would remember.
You just talk at it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Might have a
I-
note on its hook, on his leg or something.
Yeah.
well, I'll go up to it, look it square in the eyes, and say, "Okay, Salvador, I read your sign. Show us the way." Well, I think we know the way, actually, don't we?
And it flies off,
Follow that crow.
and it sort of hovers like ahead of the ship, and then begins steering port's starboard side.
Okay.
What do
So
you do?
I guess I'm on the helm, and I'll just
Yeah, you're currently on the helm.
window washing.
Clean that up.
Yeah, I'll angle it so we're facing the crow.
Okay, so as you're sort of following the crow that then begins to sort of lean in to be dead ahead of the ship, you seem to sort of be. You've turned quite a fair bit starboard. It's quite surprising initially, and then you're still going starboard. You're almost turning around, actually, having to go back on yourself.
Oh no.
It's fine. It's nothing
Okay.
like that.
We just gone the wrong way.
We just needed to be in the area, and then
Yeah, yeah.
we weren't given a specific point.
No.
So it's fine.
So as
Um,
you
Kethra would take over, as it's probably swapping over for Alarias to go do this.
Yeah.
Duties.
Okay, so as you turn round, you eventually begin to see on the horizon a slightly lower deck ship to yours, but no mere weakness in battlement. Black cannons point at you as you're sailing towards it, with white sails reaching high towards the clear blue sky. The black flag with a white skull and a red beard peers at you as you sail towards the Cutlass.
Nice.
Cool.
Do you sort of sail to alongside, or
Yeah,
weigh anchor far back? And
it's a weird like tacking maneuver to have to go
Yeah.
around to Cole, so they're both facing the same direction.
Yeah.
So we're still side by side in the right direction.
so
Ho, Admiral.
I've done this for a while. Alright there, lads. It's been a while. Glad you haven't killed each other yet.
It's been a test. I'll say that, Admiral.
And on across like the banister, you see Mellerin, you see Crunley, many faces that are familiar to you, all looking out just to see turned up. A few of them are handing coin to each other.
Does it look like the Admiral's got a special sword with him?
No, does not. Alright then, lads.
Please tell
We'll
me
board you.
Okay.
And he brings his, he brings his boarding down and some
Are we both
deck
weighing
hands.
anchor? Or
So he's already weighed anchor. He's sitting there.
okay, so we'll weigh anchor as well. So
Okay.
we're both still. Just double checking. We're not both just like because then I can let go of the helm.
So as you weigh anchor, they begin to get boarding out and throw some hooks over at the ready, and they come aboard the ship. Boy, it's still a fine-looking vessel. I've seen you've done nothing to it.
You sound
Yeah,
surprised.
he hasn't seen downstairs.
Aye, well, most captains like to put their mark on their ship.
Oh, we haven't really been able to make into port anywhere to make the mark.
Aye, that's fair enough. Do as each will. Now, as it looks like you don't have that many deckhands, you've agreed to work with me on this prison break.
Certainly. We're eager to get some in hand.
Aye, perfect. Now the island. It's another week away. Well, almost a week. Not long, but we want to make sure we're coming in when it's nice and dark. The island is the prison south of here. It's big. It's got a lot on it. And it's got a very large cave where they hold a fair amount. But they hold them with less guards because they can't escape as easily. This will be where we'll get some of our crew.
So what's your plan? Get everybody out, or only people you want out?
You only need 30 to sail a ship. That includes you. If you get any more, they're passengers at this point, and whether you got the room or not is up to you. I need 10, maybe 15 strong arms. But if we all go into one place, we'll surely be caught. If we split up, there's less chance of enough fleet people getting to us. So I suggest you go into the cave and you deal with the less soldier situation. And me and my slightly more experienced sailors will deal with the more problematic.
Ah, you're too kind, Admiral.
Oh, well, first ship of my own fleet. Wouldn't want to destroy you straight away, would I?
I suppose not.
Hi, Admiral.
Hello. Oh, hello. I've it's been a long time. I forgot how weird you lot were.
You got off lightly.
Have you had breakfast? You know, we could get our cook to whip you up something.
Oh, you have a cook now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
One of you sorry asses ended up as cook.
No, we got one. We
No, we've got an actual cook.
yeah, he's very
Oh,
good.
aye.
He's very good.
Right, but he can't cook as well as Crunley though.
I better give him a run for his money.
Fighting dog. Perhaps tonight we'll have them do a feast off.
Oh, that sounds delicious.
Oh, we have some supplies we can share.
What do you reckon, Tiff? Tiff.
There's a very, very, very short moment and suddenly, just like the blue, you didn't even see him arrive. He's just standing next to you, and he's like, "What's with the big guy with the red face? It's really, it's haunting, haunting."
That's Admiral Bloodbeard. We're part of his fleet.
All right. Wait, I think you don't pirates don't have no fleet. Fleet are the government people, right?
It's like a group of like ships, I guess.
Different fleet.
You are an interesting little lad. Whoa, okay, don't get too close. Your red beard, it's freaking me out a little bit. Okay, I'm good here. But I can cook faster than anyone, so I'll see what this Crunley guy's got. All right. Got these voices.
Did they bring their doctor on board by any chance?
He's still on the other ship, but the
On deck. as well.
I suggest that if we have a feast, we can either have it on the Cutlass or this ship, but we'll share and share alike. It's best to have a celebration before a raid.
Well, you're always well. As the captain, really. I'd say you'd be welcome here.
You speak well, Gruzeel. I would agree.
I see you have a little bit of a discussion in how these things work. It's usually the captain, but the quartermaster is quite a person to be upheld as an officer on the ship. You're allowed to welcome people, Gruzeel.
Oh, good to know. You see, I didn't want to be rude or disrespectful or anything like that. You see.
Anyway.
Oh.
So tonight then, we'll have a little cook-off, celebration, and we'll discuss more detailed plans.
Okay.
For now, rest. You've journeyed fast and far, and hopefully you'll be as bountiful as we have been.
Sir Bloodbeard, sir.
I'm sorry, pardon, I didn't quite get that.
Sir Bloodbeard.
I'm not a... Yep, carry on.
May I see your ship's surgeon or doctor, please?
You want to see Linter?
Yes.
What for, lad?
It's well, it's quite
Professional
personal,
courtesy.
you see.
Eh?
Yes, professional courtesy, Kethra.
As I said before, you are an extension of this crew. We are friends.
Yes,
Leave
very
it
well.
that way for a while where you can pass forth as you please.
Yes, excellent. Yes.
Thank you.
Now, Kethra, if you'll come with me to my quarters, I'll show you the plans I've got and what details I know of this cave.
Admiral, you usually have to pay me to do that, or at least take me out for a drink first.
He looks at you blankly, and he's just like, ha ha ha, come on. You go with him?
He's the Admiral. Can't have to.
Cool.
Can't really say no.
What does everybody else want to do?
I'm going to see the doctor.
Right, you're going to go see the doctor. Alarias.
The actually qualified doctor.
I'll
Yeah.
probably go on and talk to Salvador and just have a catch up, just see what he's been up to.
Cool. Gruzeel.
I might see if they've got any supplies that they're willing to spare.
Yeah, so,
Thinking.
as he said, basically, dinner tonight is on them.
Yeah.
Essentially.
Thank you
So
for
you
that.
don't have to worry about today's food.
I need to, reminds me, I need to take 2 days off, don't I? Because we sailed for 2 days. But yeah, I think I would go talk to whoever their stock people are. I don't know. I can't remember who it was.
Okay, so that is Salvador, so...
I'll see. I'll go with Alarias then to do
Well,
that.
as you last know, it's Salvador.
Oh, okay. Yeah, what? And just see if they've got any surplus, basically, and that we can use. I'll take rather.
Cool. Okay.
Whether that be
Umbra.
medical supplies or food or what, that kind of thing.
Just
Good.
supplies generally.
Does Umbra even know where? Has he been?
Umbra's probably
no.
still in his zone. I'm
blissfully
just checking
unaware.
if he's staying in his zone.
Probably for the best.
I don't think I know what's going on, so yeah, Umbra would
You
just
would
say,
know that you've
is-
weighed anchor.
You probably know the ship stopped.
You would be
surely.
well aware that the ship stopped.
in all honesty, he'd just be. I imagine he's like elbows deep in like an animal or something at the moment. So I think best to leave him
Oh.
Ah.
Grim, good. I like it. So
As we're going over to the other ship,
Yep.
can we see Zorro and some other people we used to see?
Yeah. So Zorro is currently doing some knots, tying up.
You doing work?
He's changed.
Impossible! It's an imposter.
He's tying up some knots at the moment.
Has he got a spooky sword?
No.
Interesting.
You see other people that you remember from the previous the crew. Drelelilas is currently up the mast, tying up the sails. Melarin is walking on the deck. She nods at you with a slight smile.
That's probably the most I'm going to get out of her.
You see Finn at the helm, kind of resting up as he's no longer needs to sail. You see his little sister, currently like looking at the base of the main mast, just kind of like rubbing it gently. Kind of almost listening to it every so often and then rubbing it gently. Yep. Tim, when you get on board, I'm assuming that you're going straight below decks, straight to the captain.
Well, if I spot Zorro first, I think.
Yeah,
I'd speak to
you'll
him
spot
first.
Zorro first.
And
Sorry, I
don't you
didn't.
remember me?
Oh, hey, Tim. Yeah. How's it going?
Horribly. I have some personal developments have recently caused me great pain.
Well, if you had me with you, I bet those personal developments wouldn't have happened.
Yes,
They wouldn't
yes, yes, you're a formidable ally, truly.
Yeah. Shouldn't have left me, really, should you?
I don't recall it being my decision.
Well, quite frankly, you decided to get on that ship, didn't you? Us green blows. We didn't need to see,
Yes,
but you left.
I suppose.
Wow.
Anyway, I got a lot of work to do, and it's getting me some.
See the doctor.
It's getting me a decent amount of tankards later, so I've just got to make sure that I get this done so I can get some drink in.
Perhaps we could split one.
Yeah. That sounds great. Tim, can you roll a perception check?
Yeah, absolutely. Nothing's changed, man. 13.
How much?
13.
13. Okay. Yeah. Good old Zorro. So you're gonna. He literally like turns around and carries on with the knots.
Yeah, no. Tim's learning to take a hint slowly. So he'll head on to the doctor.
Okay. So when you get down to the doctor, he looks at you and just like, "Hello again. Ah, this what pleasant visit is this? Is it merriment or is something more serious? Is something more
Business, I'm
serious?
afraid, my friend.
What is it? What's wrong?
I've met with a terrible fate.
I mean, you're already very, very old looking, and that I've been thinking about on my journey as well. But what's wrong? What's going on? Something further ailed.
Tim shows the doctor his hand.
Oh. Ah.
I'm sorry, I've been
Years, I
showing
have
you
never
a
seen such a. Ah, how is that
Is it-
medically possible?
Yes,
This
I know.
This is quite. Oh no. That's
Won't
not. That's
do.
not normal. That is not normal.
No. I didn't think so.
Well, so he clasps one of your hands in his and sort of gently closes his
Word.
eyes. It's kind of that. You see, it's a little bit. Yes, this is I believe you've been cursed. Or,
That sounds about
or
right.
some kind of magical solution went incredibly wrong.
It was supposed to calm me.
Well, that is quite the effect.
Yes.
Do you feel calm?
No, never.
Well, I think then perhaps it failed. And
Right.
maybe don't let someone try to calm you again.
I've learned my lesson.
Good. I do have something for this, actually. I've been saving it. So, you know.
Oh.
It's a good thing I saved it, isn't it?
Yes.
Yes. And he walks around behind, like, into his drawers, and he's shuffling through, and you can see it's really messy. There are papers everywhere, like vials everywhere. It's not organized at all. He's like, yes, hold on. Aha! Now, this should do the trick. But I have been holding onto this for a reason, so I should ask that at some point you do replace it.
What's it called?
It is a scroll of remove curse.
Oh, I see.
Now, I have been holding onto this because, as I've recently found out on these wonderful high seas and investigating the artifacts, as the dear captain wishes to do, there are lots of curses, lots of places, and it's terrifying. If I'm going to use this on you, I ask that in return you replace it, or if you happen to find someone who can use such a spell, you enlist them onto our posse, I'm not sure what to call it, group.
Yes. That sounds perfectly fair.
Great. Okay. Now, just give me a moment. It's been a long time since I've used a scroll.
Yes, get on with it.
He begins sort of incantation, and you see him press on specific parts of the scroll, and from behind the parchment, glowing glyphs appear where he presses until they
Yes.
eventually make a shape.
Yes.
And then as he presses the last bit, the scroll disintegrates inwards, and the glyph pushes at you and lands on yourself and then dissipates into dust. As you look at your hands, Tim, there's the growing pains again,
Oh.
but then they begin to shrink and
Yes.
shrink and shrink until they are all gone.
I'm cured.
Yes. Now again, very, very important. Would like you to replace that in some way, shape, or form.
I am cured.
Yes,
Out of
yes, yes. But could you please replace it at some point?
Out of curiosity, is his age a curse? Because
Ooh.
remove curse removes all curses.
No,
No?
so I think Lesser Restoration was for the age, right? Or was it the other way around?
It's greater restoration,
Oh,
I think.
okay, cool.
It's
Fair
it's lesser or greater,
Okay.
I believe. I can double check.
Greater. That's a bit harsh.
I think it is. I'll double check. I think I said lesser, so we can go with
Well, the
lesser.
age isn't too detrimental to Tim, at least.
No, I know, but you know,
Yeah. Yeah. The hand. I think the hand. Getting the hand sorted.
save your vocal cords if anything more
Yeah.
than anything.
Yeah.
Well,
If you
Now-
remember your
Sir,
vocals.
you have saved my life. I must go and show my new hands off to my crude ones. They will be overjoyed.
well, before you go, I believe you have an age issue as well.
Oh.
Now, it's been very quiet here on the ship recently, and quite frankly, I have a lot of avenue for such a thing. Are you quite happy in your new age, or should you wish to deal with it?
You think you could return me to my former glory?
Yes, I believe it's just some kind of issue that
Not a
can.
curse, perhaps.
No. This is something else. This is a form of magic that isn't a curse so much as it's an infliction.
Yes.
But I believe I can help you. But I do fear you seem almost comfortable at this age. I have met a few people that find themselves in more maturity, more comfortable than their previous adolescence.
Prefer my youthful vigor and vitriol.
Ah, yes. Okay. Well, if that's what you prefer and you're happy to go with that, then if you could sit on the bed for a little bit, and we'll go through how this is going to work. It might take me just a little bit of time.
Yes,
Great, wonderful. Sit there,
gladly.
get comfortable, and we'll begin. Now, while that's going on,
I have a question.
go ahead.
If he's able to cast Remove Curse, then he can learn it, and he doesn't need to use the scroll.
That was a scroll, wasn't it?
No.
Yeah,
No, but
scroll.
Use scroll for remove curse,
if you
greater
can-
restoration.
No, but if you can use the scroll, you can. That's the because mechanically, you're only allowed to cast spells on your spell list.
If you have the spell slot as well.
No, but with
So-
the scroll doesn't take up the.
It's on his spell list, but it's not of his known spells.
Yeah, so he doesn't know it.
If he's a cleric,
Yeah, but he doesn't have to. He doesn't necessarily know it.
Yeah.
but as a
Hasn't
cleric,
learned
he
it.
can learn it. As a cleric,
He could
can
learn it. Yeah,
at
he
any
could learn
time.
it.
'Cause you just,
We'd have
but
for
you
that.
take
But
it away.
to him, from what he knows, he hasn't learnt it yet.
Mm.
If you know what I mean. But he has the spell slot for it. It's only recently that he's come into the scroll, I shall say.
Fine. Okay, we'll just clarify.
Yeah, that's fine. Okay, so Gruzeel and Alarias, you're going to see Savada.
Mhm.
Okay, so you find Savada at the foremast of the ship, kind of leaning against it, looking out. He's just sitting there looking out. His raven is flying ahead, sort of dancing with the horizon and the waves. He's looking away from you.
Hello, Salvador. Salvador.
Oh.
Salvador. Yeah, something like that. I forget.
Scaly man.
Yes,
Gruzeel.
that's it.
That's it.
Oh, you remembered. Sorry, I'm very bad with names. You see, I mean, there's a lot of things I've had to remember since coming here.
It's okay. Bad name too.
Oh,
Still not named Bird. Just called Bird.
it's easier to remember.
It is. Hello, Alarias.
Hello, long time no see. What have
been
you
a
been
while.
up to?
Well, as previously planned, we went to get Scimitar. Scary place. Got Scimitar. Now here to get more crew to get other artifacts, as planned.
So you got the scimitar, and who's wielding it? Is it locked
No.
away?
Locked away. Dangerous artifact.
Did you come
Scary
across?
thing.
Did you come across any interesting creatures?
There was the old captain, Crenulus Crossbones.
Oh,
The sword made him mad. That's why locked away. Not worth wielding.
I see. So, I wonder if you
Lots of bone creatures. Scary. Very scary.
like skeleton stuff.
Yeah. Lots of it.
Yeah, we fought one of those. Not pleasant.
Was big. Strong. Stronger than anything I've fought before. Bigger than any skeleton I've seen before.
Or like a giant skeleton.
Maybe, yeah.
Did it have horns?
No, no horns. Just big. Built like brick shit house.
Oh, that's quite big.
Very big.
Okay, are you guys still talking about the creature?
Couldn't resist.
Oh dear.
Yeah, it was scary. Captain Crenulus was strong as well. Sword kept him alive. Or not alive. Salvador don't understand.
See, basically, it's like undead. You're kind of like in a either go-between, or sometimes your body is being controlled by magic, so it's not actually the person. So there's different types, you see, depending on the
He was
situation.
himself.
Ah,
Definitely.
then it's probably the
He
first.
spoke like man.
Then it's probably the first thing then where they're kind of in an in-between stage of life and death, you see. That could be fueled by an external source, which sounds like the sword, or, you know, just really, really stubborn. That kind of thing.
You see him literally just looking at you like, yeah.
Okay. Anyway, have you got any, like, spare supplies that we could, like, have?
Well, good thing about skeletal people, don't eat. Leave all food and barrels there.
Huh. Do you have those? Do you know, because we could always do with, like, supplies.
Yeah, we can share. Captain wants feast to be on us tonight, but we've got enough for months.
Oh,
We can share 1 month's worth.
oh, that'd be really nice, thank you.
Sure.
How much is a month's worth equivalent?
So, because you've got a crew of 8, basically 3 times that. So you, for your current crew size, 3 months worth.
So 90 days.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, Gruzeel...
For a bigger crew, 1 month.
Yeah. So what we'll do, Gruzeel then will go off and start moving that stuff across, and that's probably what we'll spend the remainder time doing. Just probably, if he can, get deckhands to help him. So, you know, whether Salvador helps him organise that or whatever, but that's what he'll basically do. He'll go off and start loading it.
Cool. So as you're all doing that and you're seeing people pass and go through, you see Berry has come on board and started talking to some of the deckhands he used to know, introducing them to Elena.
I'll say to Barry, whatever you do, don't call her the three-clawed devil.
Right. Stories. Right.
Don't call her that.
This is Elena. You might also know me as the three-clawed devil.
Oh.
Fuck.
You see a few deckhands visibly like freak out and like take multiple steps back.
Do I add 90 days to food, water, just food and water?
Yeah.
Cool. Alright, that's fine.
So Kethra, as you get into the captain's quarters, you can see that he's already got maps laid out. So there's the world map laid out, and then there's a smaller map laid out. And this map is of the fleet.
The fleet.
Yeah. So you see on roll 20, I've changed the thing. Said, right now, obviously, I don't have to scale, but this island, and he points here, is Shackleton. It's where they keep all their prisoners. Not sure what they're using them for, though I have a mind to guess. That mountain there, that big hill, has a cave in it.
Mm-hmm.
Now, my sources tell me that they send people in every day in shifts. When they're not in there, they're out in the well-fortified cells.
Mm-hmm.
Now outside is a fort. A big fort with lots of cannons. I am going to take a small group of my crew into that fort to get out who I need. That cave is less guarded. That's when you're going to go.
Do you know people who you're looking for?
There's a couple of sailors who I've been with before. Would be nice to have them again.
And you know them. Are there any that I need to look out for in case they're in the caves instead? Just for as a courtesy.
Don't worry yourself too fastly. From what my sources tell me, ones I'm looking for aren't doing the night shift, which is when we're going.
Understand.
Though there has been speak of, don't know if you remember him. Remember Slayer?
The horse dude.
Aye, that'd be the one.
Yeah.
Speak of him being in there as well. If you see him, get him out.
Certainly.
Now, I don't know what they're looking for. I don't know what they're doing in those caves. So keep a heavy eye out for any information you can find. But I do know that only a few guards go in with them compared to that fort.
Makes sense.
Now, they don't tend to have too many ships around the island, so we should be okay to make dock and go in on a longboat. They do have magical sources of light, and they do have certain tripwires around certain places, so you better keep a very special eye out.
I'll keep my specialist eye out.
That's great. I would only take with you your quietest. If not your quietest, those who are necessary. Because this is not somewhere that you want to bring a full army. You want to bring a small crew. I'm only bringing 4.
Well, my crew is small anyway.
Aye, that's true. Now, we've got 2 options. And I'll leave this partially up to you. We can either get in, get everyone, and then get out. Or we do a train. We get some in, come back, get some more in. You see my meaning?
Yeah, I suppose some of that really depends on how successful it's all going.
Of course. Change the plan, adapt what you need to do.
If we're in a hurry, then we've got to get everyone out then and
Adapt
there.
like the waves of the sea, my friend.
Precisely. I think a train is probably quieter. But
Aye.
if we're gonna go loud, just get everybody.
Aye. I'd suggest start with the train in mind. But if you find alarms, start keying off. Run.
Mm-hmm.
Now there's one last thing, Kethra.
Of course.
You know I was going after the artifacts.
Yeah. So how did that go, by the way? I
We
don't
have
see
it.
anybody. You have it. Wow.
But we found it to be a particularly dangerous item.
Aren't they all?
Now, I don't worry about it in my hands, especially locked away. What I worry about it is in the fleet's hands.
Mm-hmm.
If they're going after the same stuff, I'm gonna need everyone under my will to go after them as well. Because I can't cover the entire ocean as one man.
There's 2 people.
Aye, whatever. Pirates! I plan on bringing this to the council after we've found more evidence of fleet trying to get there. I tried to bring it to them before, but they, it's the council. Never agree.
Was that worth doing first, so we do this and then go to the council.
Aye. I'll show him the current artifact we got. Hopefully we can gather some evidence from inside these caves or whatever else places. And then we sail for the wreckage. There are dark times coming, Kethra. We best be ready for them.
Ready as we'll ever be.
Aye. Now I'll be on with you. Merriment and drinking for now. Serious business later.
Indeed. Let us be merry before battle commences.
Aye. And he sort of shoos you off, leans on his table, looking down at the maps he's got. What do you guys want to do?
Did he say when he's doing? Oh, night tonight, basically.
Tonight you're going to have your celebration.
Right. I think I would imagine the rest of my day is going to be spent moving all these things.
Yep.
That's pretty much going to be. I notice I've got how many barrels everything is. How many barrels are we going to be looking at now? So I suppose. 10.
Don't worry about the barrels for now. I'll need to do that maths later.
Okay, fine. That's no worries. I've added the stuff up. So I think Gruzeel's pretty much taken accounted for the rest of the day.
Alarias, what else do you want to do?
I've kind of got what I needed from Salvatore. We're getting the stock. I'd probably just go around chatting to people I knew before on the boat. Probably, yeah, that'll probably be it. I think.
Sort of mingling, that kind of thing.
Yeah,
catching
just
up.
catch. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, yeah,
Okay.
catching up before the big heist.
Tim,
Yes.
after a little while, Linter has like his notes together, sort of reminding him of what he's doing, and goes, "Yes, this is it, right." And he begins to cast a spell on you.
Mm-hmm.
Once the incantation is done, you suddenly feel stronger, fitter. Breathing isn't so hard now.
Yes.
When you go through your hair, it's fuller, it's not as thin as it was before.
Just not there.
When you go through your scalp, it's not as wrinkly as it was before. Your shell has more of a sheen to it. It's a lot shinier, a lot greener than it was before. It's you. You're back to your regular old self.
Yes. My friend. Thank you.
Yes, well, very glad you're feeling better. I'm quite chipper about this. I think we should celebrate tonight with a few drinks.
Yes.
Great, wonderful. But don't get too drunk. Inebriation does cause accidents.
Yes. Of course, I must go and show these developments off to my crew. You see, they won't even recognize me.
Of course. Go ahead. Enjoy, have fun. This is what I live for.
Yes, you do.
Wait, if you're young, do you need the old voice again?
I don't think.
This voice is slightly less old. I don't know if you can tell the difference. It's quite nuanced.
Quite subtle.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's subtle.
Well, this is why we have old recordings, so you can always find out what it was.
It's fine. He looks younger, that's the main thing.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so you guys just kind of... Well, Tim, are you going to go back to your crew and show
Yes.
off? And
Yes, definitely.
when you all see Tim, he is young again.
Oh, Tim, you look way better.
Back to my former glory, eh?
Why is your voice like that still?
Well, I think it just stuck, perhaps.
Oh, maybe. Well, at least we know it's you, I guess.
Yes.
How's your hands?
Look.
And he shows the lack of mouths.
Gruzeel will give it a high five.
Yes. Yes.
Very good.
I can live again.
Maybe.
Would you? Would you like to come and antagonize Umbra with me?
Oh, I'm a bit busy at the moment. Maybe later.
Oh, okay.
But maybe next time don't drink anything from him.
Yes, yes, I've learned.
Huh. Actually, I wonder. I guess I haven't seen him for a while.
He's probably just doing his own thing.
Hmm.
We've set him out on a task, and he's happily doing it. It seems.
Oh.
Cackling whispered laughter from no days.
A bolt of lightning. Oh, it's probably a good thing. He'd only. I'm sure he'll probably just piss off Blackbeard. Maybe give him a brew, and he'll turn into some red gorilla or something.
That would be entertaining, at least.
True, but he'll
You
probably kill
let
Umbra.
Umbra have him.
It's probably a good thing he's busy. Oh, what we should have done. Asked Admiral Bloodbeard if he's got any corpses for him.
He's not the guy to keep corpses.
No. Oh, maybe anyone in his brig that he wants to torture.
We're about to assault. We're going to assault the prison, Gruzeel. We'll be able to capture as many fleet personnel as we can, and there'll be plenty of subjects for Umbra.
I'm sure he'll be happy about that. Just thinking of
Indeed.
the crew, you see, make sure all their needs are fulfilled, and things like that. Yeah. No matter how creepy it is. Anyway,
Okay.
I'm gonna get back to work.
So, I think this brings us all to the evening. There will be celebrations and drinking alike. What I'm going to say is we'll have this evening, but then we might as well skip straight to the prison, assumedly, unless there's anything you guys want to do in between.
I can't think of anything. No. Would
No?
this constitute giving us a long rest?
Yes,
Cool. So I can press the long rest.
after you'll be able to long rest.
Alright.
I pressed the long rest button.
Cool. Is there any RP anybody wants to do with the drinking and celebration?
I have nothing that I can think of.
Anybody you wanted to talk to? Anybody you might want to glean information from?
I would purposely try to steer Elena away from Zoro as much as possible.
Roll a persuasion check.
Persuasion.
Mm-hmm.
Say 17.
Yeah, every time you see Zoro, you peer her away. She never meets him. Doesn't even see him.
Excellent.
The only thing I can think of now is asking about probably from Bloodbeard, I guess, the layout of this prison. How much does he know about the layout, its defenses of the prison? Because I'm assuming Kethra has relayed the stuff that she knows. So all we know,
Yeah.
all we really know is that there's traps.
Everything that was relayed to Kethra was essentially what he knows. He knows there's a fort on the outside that's hide, and that there aren't that many ships around the island. And then there's this cave, which is a lot less fortified. And not many soldiers end up going in with the slaves, with the prisoners, sorry, that go in there. And it tends to be that because of that, it seems like an easy entrance point to get who you want out.
That's fine. Okay, that's not an issue. That's not all right. I'm just thinking if there's anything, I don't know, they've got creatures.
He's just knows it's a fort, and because you can assume because it's fleet, they're going to have cannons, they're going to have muskets, they're going to have guards on patrol, they're going to have magical spotlights probably.
Okay.
Like looking around to keep track of as much as they can.
Alright, cool. And that's it, I think. Gruzeel will be trying to actively avoid drinking any alcohol as much as possible, and that's about it.
Tim, did you want to talk to Zoro or drink with Zoro or just drink with Zoro?
I think Tim would have a few and then go to antagonize Umbra, as he said.
Cool. So you're going to go antagonize Umbra. That's fun.
Mm-hmm.
Alarias, Anything? Anyone in particular you wanted to chat to, or are you good?
No, I'm good. I'll probably just go around chatting and drinking. Yeah.
Chatting and drinking, cool. Tim to antagonize Umbra, that'll be fun.
Mhm.
Do you guys want to RP that, or do you want to just leave it?
We can do it. Depends if I already have a reaction.
You say?
He'd just sort of go down and mockingly show him his hands, I think.
He would be polite about it. He'd be like, "Oh, I'm very happy for you." And he would offer you, if there's anything he can do to make it up, like any potions or anything you want brewed, he'll make a.
Yes, yes, laugh it up.
A
Like I'm
certain
ever
one this
going to
time.
drink anything you give me again.
He'll offer to make you some coffee.
But these hands will not be unlocking your cage, beast.
And then Tim leaves.
Wow. Wow.
Damn.
Nice. Okay.
Experimenting.
Okay. You'll get another week of experimentation, so could you just roll a int check and a medicine check, please?
In the medicine. Okay.
Yeah.
As we're not moving as well, Gruzeel would sleep at the normal hours rather than his shifted hours.
So you will be moving, but
Oh,
you'll
okay.
be moving at half speed, so you don't necessarily have to be on watch. Also, Bloodbeard will happily give you a couple of deckhands to help out on the ship with
Okay.
night watches and stuff.
Cool. Yeah. So then, makes more. Yeah. It just makes sense to have it be the same for now if it doesn't need to be. Cool.
What are those checks? Umbra?
16 medicine is 5.
16 medicine is 5. Okay. So again, you're finding more and more out about the knowledge of God, hippocampus, whatever it's called. And you think now, after this week, you're quite comfortable with animal hippocampus, but you really need a human subject.
Oh really? Okay.
You're in dire need to see the comparison between that and an actual humanoid.
I'll wait till Gruzeel's on shift and then I'm gonna bring it up with him.
Okay, so it'll literally be at the tail end of the week, so when you get near the prison.
Okay, that's fine. But yeah, whenever Gruzeel's on shift, I'll. Wait, how many days are there between like now when I realise that and when Gruzeel's on shift again?
You'll
Gruzeel's
literally be,
on shift to do every day.
yeah.
Yeah.
So
It's
it'll
spicy.
Oh, okay, so just one day.
so
okay.
yeah, just one day. But it's
I'll
you'll
go
get,
find him, I guess. Oh, anyway, I'll just go find him.
yeah, it'll be the day when you get to the prison, basically.
Okay. I'll
So-
send him. Yep.
Those on deck, those looking out, as you sail alongside the Cutlass
I need to take a week.
against the waves crashing into your ship, with the wind on your side, you see that you're coming into a mist, a deep, thick fog. You hear shouting from Bloodbeard on the other ship. Don't worry about it, lads. It's more scary than she seems. Just sail true and wait for my command. As you hit this fog, you can't see anything. You can barely see 20 feet in front of you.
Hooray. So we can't even see. So if you're on the helm, you can't even see the end of the
You
ship.
can't even see the end of the ship.
Wow.
Jeez.
That's how thick this fog is. Can whoever's at the helm and whoever's on deck all roll perception checks for me with disadvantage?
Where would I
Ooh.
be? Where would I be? Would I be on there? Probably. Yeah. Why not?
Perception.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
I'd probably be on deck.
nat 1.
Oh,
Good.
that's only 11. Fuck.
7.
Okay. You find it very hard to see. Very, very difficult indeed. Who's actually on the helm?
What time of day is it?
It'll be sort of the middle of the day at this point.
It'll be me then.
Okay. As you're on the helm and you're trying to see, but you can't. Nobody can quite peer through this deep masking fog. can you roll a dexterity saving throw as Bloodbeard shouts, "Weigh anchor now! Now!"
Oh my word.
Dexterity saving throw. Okay, let's say 11.
Okay. I suppose Barry would be your main deckhand, so he'll be on throwing the anchor down.
Yeah, I'll belay. I'll relay that call. Weigh anchor!
Okay. So as you hear this, you slightly steer the ship, hoping to swerve whatever's just come about. You throw your anchor into the water just a little bit too late. You feel a sudden thud and crash as you hit and scrape what you think are rocks.
Joy.
Mm.
Okay. So the hull of your ship takes 20 bludgeoning damage.
I don't have a thing for this, do I?
Who has? Where do we keep the ship statistic?
I sent you the... So it's basically a sailing ship.
No, but then like who's controlling?
Yeah, technically,
So
I
as the captain, essentially, either you can keep the statistics, or if you guys want to do like a shared Google Doc, which I think was mentioned when we were doing the
yeah, I've got one for the inventory.
supplies.
There's an inventory one. I haven't put, so I could in theory put it there. I
Yeah,
just don't know what
just-
the stats are.
So
Right. So
I can give it to you now.
yeah. So ship stats.
Right, so for a
HP.
sailing ship,
Yeah.
basically it's got multiple parts, Gruzeel, so just quickly bear with me.
Yeah.
So you have a hull, you have a control, which is the helm,
I tried to put
you have a
helm,
movement, which is the sails,
movement.
and you have weapons, which are ballistas and mangonel. So in this case, the only things you need to worry about right now are the hull, the helm, and the sails. The hull has 300 HP.
Okay.
The helm has 50 HP.
Mhm.
And the sails has 100 HP.
Cool. And we've just taken what, 20? Did you say?
So you took 20 to the hull.
Cool. All right. All right. I'll make this better looking later. But yeah, for now
So
that's all I'll do.
what I'm going to say is there is a thing which I can send you a picture of when you're doing the actual resource
Mhm.
of how it's laid out in the book.
Cool.
Right.
Thank you.
Anyway,
Cheers.
you land and you scratch in and you suddenly come to a stop. As the fog kind of was rushing towards you, you couldn't quite see, but as it sort of fades, you see you are at a sharp, jagged, massive rock about 10 more feet away from you. If you slammed into that, no more ship. And Bloodbeard is anchored about 60 or so feet further back. And
It's a bigger shit. It takes harder to stop. You know.
yeah,
That's big.
the Raven comes across and sits on the helm for a minute and looks at you, and then flies back, and then he comes back down with a note attached to the leg, and the note reads, "These rocks will cover our position and hide the ships from the island's view.
Okay.
But maybe invest in some heavier anchors."
Slows the ship down.
It does. Um,
In more ways than one.
Piercing through this dark fog, you see a small light coming from the cutlass, a lantern. But it's not regular light, it's almost magical light.
Mhm.
Which is why it's somehow piercing through this fog. And it sails up. And he calls up, he says, "Right, one ship. Whose men we taking?"
Wait, what?
Wait, one ship.
longboat. One longboat.
"Well, we can either do one longboat or we can do two. We'll land on the island at the same place."
You said one ship. That's not the same as one longboat.
Sorry, one boat.
Hey, we'll take one as well, because if we're gonna do a train, then
All
or,
right,
if we're in a hurry, we might as well get as much people as we can.
fair thinking. Now, this longboat should only really have a max of 10 on it, but I've been able to fit a good 30 on before, so don't worry too much.
If we're in a hurry, we'll squeeze on as many as we can.
Aye. And on the ship, you see a unfamiliar face, someone different, and he touches a lantern, and it starts to show magical light, and he puts it on the end of your longboat. "This way I can see how far you are behind."
Is someone new there, Captain? Admiral?
This is, what's your name again? The name's Bernard, sir. Bernard. We had to pick him up. Someone had to replace Alarias.
I left
Yeah,
such a
yeah,
big Hulk, Admiral.
Ark was technically a member of the Cutlass crew.
Who's Org?
And that's an OC comment, man.
Oh.
You had a...
He doesn't know the name of every deckhand he's got.
Anyway.
Anyway, you sail in. Can I get a couple of stealth checks?
So yeah, we got everybody, right? So
yeah, who is getting on the longboat? I think discuss amongst yourselves while I quickly.
we all are. No one's gonna get left behind.
Yeah,
I'm not sure Umbra's aware of what's going on, by the way, so he's just gonna.
Yeah,
we would,
we're gonna have to drag you out.
we would have dragged you along, going right. You're coming with us. We're not leaving you here by
Yeah.
yourself.
Precisely.
He will kind of be sort of protesting, but because it's so whispery, I imagine like no one really
Yeah,
hears,
no one-
so he's just kind of like
yeah.
dragged along.
And if we do,
So
nobody cares.
Is it just the five of you? Do you want to bring any other people with you?
No.
Me back up.
Do we want Elena with us? I
Yeah,
think.
I was
Well, I
gonna say,
think
should be
she's.
good.
Thing is,
She's as good as Elena is. She's got her own issues to deal with.
I mean, I
at
suppose
the
the other question
moment.
is, do we need someone to defend the ship? Like she's usually our ship defense because no one else is there to
Her
defend
and
the ship
Berry.
unless. Well, Berry's not really going to be good in a fight. She's the only one that's
Okay.
good in a fight.
You guys discuss, and then could someone roll a stealth check for me for the vessel? People are helping in some way. I'd like an explanation of how they're helping, and then you might get advantage.
Who's got the most stealth?
Wait, how the hell can I stealth? Do we have like a sheet that we can just put over ourselves?
No, that's not really.
Well, it's like because people are rowing, so if two people are rowing, who's got the best stealth? I got a +4 to stealth.
I've got +3, so
2.
I'm not.
Yeah, too. Yeah.
All right, you can do the stealth roll then.
So essentially, it'll be me and Gruzeel will be rowing,
Mm.
and we're both stealthily dipping the water always in slowly and then pulling up slowly and just like trying to doing it that way.
Okay.
Well, I suppose. Well, the way probably best way to do it is like Kethra will be doing the rowing, but Gruzeel will be keeping an eye out for guards to tell you when to stop rowing and to carry on rowing and
We're
things
in
like
fog.
that. Oh, we're in fog.
It's in magical fog.
We're in fog.
I think
we're
it's
in
really
fog.
cool.
All we can
Nice.
really see is all we can really see is probably the other lantern with the admiral on it.
Yeah. This is the
Does
thing. If you're
lantern
doing,
not
if
give
you're
us away.
the issue with us both rowing is if you are doing something like that, you have to be in sync, which is better if you're the only one rowing.
Yeah, but we'll be in sync. Well, but it's better to be stealthy if we're only focusing on one ore.
Mm.
By the way, Matt, you've got that +1 sword I gave you, haven't you?
Yes.
Okay. I think I haven't boosted anybody else, have I? It's just Matt.
No.
No, it's just my sword.
Okay, let me just update this sheet. That's fine. So I've given Matt an enhanced weapon.
Yes.
Okay. So who's rowing? Who's doing the stealth check? And
So-
what are other people doing?
I've got the best start, so I'm doing it. But it's both Gruzeel and I are rowing, each taking our care to put our oars in quietly and then rowing together. So
Okay.
if we focus on one oar each, we were able to be more stealthy.
Can you,
Umbra's gonna tug on Gruzeel's arm while we're doing this, by the way.
can you both roll stealth checks then, please?
Me?
Well, you said it'd be as a help, so that would be an advantage.
Thing is, he's rowing a different oar to you. It's not in the sense of he's doing
We're doing
something
it-
to
we're
assist
doing,
with.
We're doing it together. He is assisting though.
Okay. Okay.
I'm the lead oarsman.
I'll give you that. If you're the lead oarsman, then I'll.
Yeah, can
Yeah.
are you gonna
Yeah,
go
go
on
ahead.
Gruzel? Or are you gonna...
Yes, Umbra. What is it?
I'm not sure if this is a bad time to bring this up, but I require a human specimen for the next stage of research.
Well, I decline, obviously, but well, we're going to a prison, so if you find any guards or something,
I
we
was
always-
hoping you could capture one for me.
or you're going to be with us, Umbra. I'm sure you can
Ah,
do something.
I will try. I just wanted to get your consent.
Well, if you no prisoners, but I suppose you can take some fleet guards.
Okay.
Umbra, when you say experiment, do you mean to take potion, or do you mean?
I require a closer look at their brain.
I mean, rather than like bring the whole corpse, would it be easier for you to extract the brains there and then bring that? Because then you can bring more back. Because lugging people with us might be a bit much.
If I had some time, I could remove the head or the brain and take it
I
with
mean,
me.
if you just bring the head with you, then you
No.
you can extract the brain back on the ship.
No, you can't torture someone by doing that to their brain.
I'll be very humane.
23 is my stealth roll, but no, Umbra.
So we've basically got to find like the most degenerate criminal we can.
Yeah,
Basically,
they're in prison anyway.
yeah.
Yeah.
Either completely like irredeemable criminal or a guard or something along those lines. Yeah.
No, you can't do that, Umbra.
I need a brain for my research.
You have a brain in a jar, Umbra. Use that.
I can't use that one.
Well, then you have to make the potion experiment on yourself. Anyway, 23 was my stealth.
Great. As you're sailing, following Bloodbeard's longboat, the fog begins to thin. And quickly, at the snap of this Bernard's fingers, the lights go out. And as you're sailing, fog disappears entirely, and as you look around, you see this entire island is surrounded by a ring of thick fog, and it's consistent. It's not in any way, shape, or form just a thin sort of fading out, weird different streaks out, regular fog. It's almost a wall, a thick wall of this fog. As you are going towards the island, you see that you are at the northern side of the island based on the map that was shown to you, Kethra, and that the mountain completely takes up half almost 3/4 of this island, and razor-sharp cliff edges on one side surround it until there's a beach. Small rocks. There's a beach. Place to make port. As you look round, there are no other ships on the side of this island. There are no fortifications on the side of this island. You think you're comfortable with how this is going. As you look out further over the land that has leveled out into a flatter instance, you peer out to see a single watchtower further afield, likely out of reach or range of seeing you in view. You get your boats in, bring them onto the beach as quietly as you can, and you lean as close to the side of this mountain as possible. Right. Now, you follow this sharp edge, you'll reach the entrance to the cave. We're gonna go over to that fortification. Get who we can. Now, I've made sure, through my source, that some of the guards are a little bit tipsier tonight than they should be. That should be our way in. Hopefully a few of yours are also as tipsy as possible. But there's only one guard protecting that cave entrance. And I think we should be alright with that. If there is suddenly an alarm, a loud noise, the ringing of a bell, run. If it's all quiet, you know we're doing well. Once you have all your men, all your crew, you meet back here, we sail back to our ships, and we cast off. But I have asked for the cutlass to be moved. This is piracy. If they catch one of us, let it be one of us.
I
Understand?
understand.
Right. We're gonna go this way. Go that way. It's a pirate's life. Live it freely. He begins stealthily walking away down the coastline of this beach.
May all our blades taste blood. Let's go.
Okay. So, you find the cave entrance fairly quickly. There's almost a staircase going up to it, and the hill matches it in degrees of slope. There is a singular guard resting at the entrance, and he is very much asleep.
Perfect.
His cap is down, his musket is in his arms, and he's leaning against the wall of the cave entrance. What do you do?
Captain, what if we
Gag him.
Yeah, what if we grab him, cover his mouth, and drag him away, knock him out?
Yeah.
I'm not.
As you mention it, a mechanic that I would have liked to have introduced is if you want to put someone unconscious through a chokehold or anything else, it will be a grapple check and then a con save from them against a strength check from you.
That's okay.
Makes sense.
And essentially, that will just speed up putting people to sleep quietly rather than you having to hack them to death. and then put them unconscious.
Makes sense.
That's fair.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, because especially if they're caught unawares.
Yeah,
Exactly.
but that's pretty much the best. Yeah, because you couldn't do it actively in combat.
No, but in
But
this
yeah,
scenario,
yeah.
there is a chokehold action,
So it's a grapple, so that's an athletics, and then it's a
and then it's a strength check.
raw strength.
And
Nice.
you'll basically do a strength check. They will do a con save against that strength check.
Could it be a proficiency added? If it's,
I
'cause
will-
if it's like a DC, then we can add like a spell save DC.
Do you have Tavern
Almost.
Brawler?
Not yet.
Okay, but you have brawled in many taverns. I would say for anyone who's experienced in combat or has done hand-to-hand combat fairly often, such as Kethra as an example, I would give you that proficiency.
Okay.
For someone more like, actually maybe Tim would probably wrestle his brother. I would give you that proficiency as well. But someone like Umbra or Alarias,
Yeah, we haven't.
or actually even Gruzeel, I don't
Yeah,
think
no.
Gruzeel would hand-to-hand combat many people, so I
No.
don't think I would
Maybe
give
s-
you guys that proficiency.
No, that's fair.
Yeah.
Would he have? Yeah, probably. Okay. I was thinking the only thing I could think of is like him pinning monsters to the ground or something. But then, yeah,
Nah.
no,
That's fine.
I wouldn't give him that. No, that's fine.
Cool.
So you plan on choke holding him?
Yeah.
I'm going to say from your stealth check before, you can comfortably sneak up behind him, which means he'll have disadvantage.
Well, I rolled another 23 for a stealth if you want to do it anyway.
Oh, great. Well, there you go. That's fine. So you sneak up on it. He is completely unaware.
And then a grapple. So that's a unnatural 20 total for a grapple.
Yep. He is asleep. He's unaware. You grapple him. You see him suddenly struggle as he wakes up.
That's a 19 on the sort of my strength.
Yeah, so you see him struggle for a little bit, and he goes to
Shh. Sleep. Go to sleep.
and you feel the entire weight of your body just sag into you.
I'm going to use my part of my rope to pretty sure. Yeah, I've got rope. I've got 50 feet of rope. I'm going to use some of it, say 10 feet of it, to tie him up. And like, so he's like a proper hog tie. So it's like you can't cry out with his mouth, and you
Okay.
can't get away.
What
For a
is he?
sailor, you're good with knots. That happens.
What
So-
what is he wearing? Or what's his
A
equipment?
uniform.
Okay.
He's wearing a uniform. He's got a musket and a rapier at his side.
Ooh, can I
Take
have?
that disguise.
Who wants a rapier?
I want a rapier. That'd be ace.
Take the
Would
rapier.
that uniform fit any of us? Guess he's just human.
So as it's
not-
human,
It's not very form fitting for me, so no.
it won't quite. Yeah, it won't quite fit Kethra because these are pristine, measured to size uniforms. It might fit Alarias.
Might be a good way in.
Potentially.
Just to scope it out first. Because if we walk straight into like a group of them,
Mm.
fuck.
Hmm.
I mean, just
Who could wear it?
so sizing it up, just me or anyone else?
Probably just Alarias.
We've also got to think that who are they going to have as part of the guard members? Definitely not an Umbra. Definitely not a Tim. And they might have Dragonborn, but that's very, very low.
Yeah, they're quite rare. So it's either going to be either Alarias or Kethra, but
And Kethra doesn't want to wear it.
no. And it also makes
Okay,
sense as
I'll-
well because you don't wear armor anyway. So
yeah.
might be
Yeah,
an idea.
Okay, so you're going to take the time to get undressed and dress up in this, yeah?
Yeah. It won't make any difference to my AC is still 13.
Okay. It's basically, I think I equated it to leather armor.
Are you proficient in that?
Not as a mage, you won't be.
Is it light? Is it the light armor?
So it's
It's light
basically
armor,
like a red officer's uniform. But as you're beginning to like take it off him, you see that it's lined with like hardened leathered patches.
Nice.
Well, no, because you're not
Wait.
proficient in light armor, are you? So that's going to screw you
What's-
over.
How much?
So you have disadvantage.
You
on all,
can't, and you can't cast spells, isn't it? You can't cast, and you get disadvantage and everything. I believe.
Everything.
I think so. I can't remember off the top of my head.
If you're not comfortable moving in it, how would you move in it?
Hmm.
Yeah, wearing non-proficient armor.
Yeah, nothing.
So that's a good idea, Alarias, but sounds like a no.
No, there's no point. Yeah. Just give me that much. Yeah.
I mean, you could just
Yeah.
wear it, go scope out the place, come back, take it off. It's up
Yeah.
to you.
You have disadvantage on any ability check, saving throw, or attack roll that involves strength or dex, and you can't cast spells. So that's probably like a big no for you.
Okay. Yeah. That's
That's bad for the wizard.
That's a big
Yeah.
old no from me.
okay. Well, I got invisibility in case we need it, but
Mhm.
I think we'll be
go
alright
on.
if we
Yeah,
catch him
yeah.
anyway.
Okay. So you choke him.
And
You
probably
go
drag
in.
him off to the side as well, like leave him.
Yeah. So
Hide him in some high grass bushes.
Yeah.
Cool.
I'll say if there's no one else, Umbra, you can have him.
Actually, I wonder if leaving him there is a good idea, because then people won't. If people are looking at it from afar, they'll see that no one's guarding it. At least if he's there, asleep and unconscious, they'll just think he's sleeping on the job.
Just lean him against the wall. Yeah.
You're right.
Yeah.
Prop him up against the wall.
Yeah, I think that's a better
Yeah.
idea. So people still think it's being guarded and it's not.
So you're propping up against the wall.
So we
Maybe
untie
should
him?
we? Oh god, yeah, he's hogtied.
I'll just say leave him as he is. Then put him in a bush. We're going to be in and out too quick.
Or at least drag him out of plain sight.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If we whack him in a bush, Umbra, he's your man. If there's no one, we can't find anyone else.
Okay. So leaving him in the bush. Agreed.
Yes.
And we walk into the cave.
Yeah.
Stealth. into
I'm
the-
just going to take a moment just to treat his armor. I messaged you as well, but my armor class is at 16 now.
Oh, so you took his leather armor.
No, I was already wearing leather armor.
Oh, you're enhancing your own armor. Is that what?
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
you're
I
enhancing
didn't
your
bother
own
doing
armor.
it before, but I might as well do it now. And does anybody want? Hang on, what are my other ones?
You can do it while they're bickering about how to deal with the body.
Yeah, we would have done this at the end of the long rest. You would have had to have done it at the end of the long rest. So we're saying it now. Now
Yeah,
I'm saying it now, so that
yeah, it's just so because I know you keep your RAC somewhere. And I'll drink.
Am
a-
I? Yeah.
Yeah, and I'll drink up. Oh no, it's fine. That's it. I won't do anything else.
we're in
Okay.
we're in a cave.
You are in a cave. So, as
Big
you
cave.
listen out, all you hear is hard metal against rock echoing throughout the cave.
Press going.
They're mining something, boys.
Hmm.
I suppose.
So what can we see? Is there anything? See, is it pitch black in here? Is it lit up?
So it's
far?
very, very dark. Who's got dark vision?
Me.
The age-old question.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Who
I
has
don't know
dark
if I
vision?
do.
I don't.
think
Is it just me?
I can make light.
I do
I
not have.
can make
Oh, yeah.
light as well.
I don't have dark vision.
Do you want to make light?
Not right now because we
No.
don't want to give ourselves away.
I guess I can lead the way if I'm the only one that can see.
Okay, so you see
I'll be staying close to Alarias then, in that sense.
there are two.
I do have dark vision apparently.
Okay, so you also see there are two pathways to take in this cave. So the cave basically comes up to a ledge and then it gently goes down, and then there are these two cavern passes. Where do you want to go?
The question is, do we go together or do we split?
I wouldn't. I don't know. Splitting's a
We're
good idea.
already split from Bloodbeard, so I don't know if we should do it again.
Mm.
Is there any light coming from each?
They're
Paths.
both pretty dim. They lit. You think there might be maybe some lantern light, but both of them are giving the equal same. Almost like someone's just put some kind of torches up and stuck them against the wall. Not much more light than that.
Can we hear if that metal on stone noise is coming from any particular path?
It's echoing. It's quite hard to tell. Can you roll a perception check, please?
That is 17.
So you can hear it particularly echoing from the leftmost. The leftmost entrance.
Okay. Okay. Well, the noise is coming from this way. Maybe we should go away from the noise.
Or towards the noise where the most people are.
But then, if we want to free people, they're not going to be working where their places are. Ideally, we'd want to go where they're being locked up, free them from there first, and then go over to where people are, because the guards are most likely going to be where people are working.
Kethra, it clearly stated to you that this cave is where the prisoners go in for like shifts, essentially. Like they're brought in here to work.
There's no cave. There's no bone stored here. Because they're all working, so it doesn't matter.
Oh, I see.
So
So
why
go
don't
towards it.
Alarias and Gruzeel, you lead, because you can see the best in the dark.
I can't.
I mean Umbra.
No, Umbra's going to be in the back.
Oh, okay.
So you can see behind us, see if anyone's coming our way.
Yeah.
Alright.
Brilliant.
You two lead.
Okay.
Tim and Umbra, you look up, you guide up behind as we go through.
Yes,
Well,
I'll keep an eye on him.
If you've all got control of your characters, if you could start, if you could put them in a marching order or whatever else.
Will be right at the back. He's not really a combatant anyway. He's gonna
So
be
how are
nervously
you
holding his
moving as
satchel
well?
stealthily.
Stealth.
Yeah, obviously, yeah.
Could you all roll? Actually, could I have? Yeah, actually, group check. Could I have you all roll stealth check?
Can I also draw my? I'm gonna have my
Nat
rapier.
20.
I'm gonna have my rapier drawn, by the way. Just.
Yep.
Yeah, it just makes sense.
That's a
there.
17 from me, Arthur.
Oh, this-
21.
7.
Unnatural 20.
2 nat 20s! Yeah, boy!
Okay.
No,
Well.
unnatural.
Oh, I got mine's 24 total if you want to.
No. That's cool. Yep. Quiet as mice, if not quieter.
I'll have my greatsword drawn.
So which way are you guys going?
Left.
Or you're kind of in the middle?
Left
You're
towards
going left.
the noise. Which way over there? Yeah.
So you see a passageway,
Oh, it's
currently empty.
It's that way then. Then yeah, we just head up to here.
How are you looking around corners?
Can.
Like SWAT teams. Just like peering
Are
around.
you leaning? Are you
Could
stepping
I?
out?
Could I?
Kind of leaning.
No, I've got my scimitar still. I didn't leave it there.
Mm.
Could I use the blade of the scimitar like a mirror?
Are you wielding a shield?
Not.
Yes, I am.
Then you can only use the scimitar or the rapier at one time.
I'll stow the rapier and draw the scimitar.
Okay. You can use the reflection, but it is quite dimly lit. Did you say you have dark vision or not?
I don't. I mean, I could just.
Pass it to me.
Yeah, I'll do it.
Try,
I'll
but-
probably do these that way actually. Yeah, I'll pass it to Alarias for him to use.
Okay.
I'll just say,
So
look,
Alarias,
mirror.
around this corner, you see there is a guard,
Okay.
and he looks like he's about to be walking towards the direction he's looking at the moment.
I'll slowly.
Which is upwards. Okay.
I'll tap Gruzeel on the shoulder and say, "There's a guard around the corner." Obviously whispering, "There's a guard around the corner. He's coming towards us." And I'll try and be edging him backwards as I turn around to Kethra and say the same.
Is he coming towards us? It looks like he's facing the other way.
No, he's facing the other way, so he's going up.
He's going up.
Oh, sorry, he's going there. Okay.
He's going up. He's about to
Oh,
walk
so I
up.
say, yeah.
Yeah.
He's got a back turn to us.
Yeah. I'll relay that to Kethra for like, and I'll just do like a. Thing.
Do you want to, or
No, I'm not very good at that kind of thing.
fine? I'll go. Have I got the best strength out of everybody?
Most
I've got
likely.
cheese
I
string
would
arms,
suspect
so.
so.
I would imagine so.
Mine's +3.
Either yours or Tim's. I think Tim's got the beefiest.
My dex is better.
I think you're better for like the stealth side of things.
Yeah.
I think Tim might have only have like a slightly more strength than you do, but.
As well, I think.
Mine's +3.
But then, are you
Okay, I'll go do it.
a proficient in athletics, Tim?
Yeah, I am.
No, I'm not.
So yeah, this definitely makes Kethra then the best
Okay.
person for
16 on the grapple.
Yep.
And a 15 on the save.
Okay. You hear a slight as you choke him down.
Nice.
This one I'll
And I'll sort of
move over to
yeah,
here.
I'll
Is that the way?
Oh, that one, yeah, that one makes sense.
So where are you moving to?
You did.
Over here.
Over here. Okay. Put him over there for you. Alright, so he's...
And this guy, I'll slit his throat.
Whoa.
Wait.
Ooh.
Oh, damn.
You'll slit his throat when you're in there.
Yeah, when he's over here, I'll just.
But that's gonna wake him up and
Okay.
start combat, isn't it? Surely.
He's
No.
unconscious.
He's unconscious, so...
He's basically downed.
Okay.
So that is...
Do I need a live brain, Arthur? Or can I use a dead brain?
We've got the guy hogtied. That's yours. If you have to.
If you want to
if
try
something
collect
goes
a
wrong,
dead brain
I
to
can take
also
it as
look at,
spare.
you can.
Does it benefit me having like a dead brain, or does it need to be live?
You can carve about without having to worry about killing the body. Just look at some cells and stuff.
Alright, why not? Yeah, if no one objects, Umbra's gonna take his sickle out and
Do
saw
it
the head
another
off.
later, Umbra.
Stealthily.
Stealthily.
Yeah, I'll stealthily saw the head off.
Okay.
Later, Umbra. Not now.
Okay, I got two things.
We might not come out this way.
One, basically it's a crit hit because he's prone and unconscious. That's what I'm counting it as.
Mhm.
And basically, when Umbra then tries to take some parts of him off, that's what kills him.
Yeah, he's
I-
like, I cut enough of his throat, it's just like the arteries like bleeding out.
Mm.
I think
And then
Alarias
Umbra-
might start dry heaving when you start doing that.
Umbra,
Dude,
Umbra,
first,
no, it's
like-
like
It's pretty disgusting.
I'm just gonna methodically saw through it, and
Oh,
then
so-
he'll.
Yeah, he just
the
gave it. Yeah,
later,
the slit throat just gives him a starting point for his saw.
Yeah, exactly.
later, Umbra.
Dear.
So, you see,
How are you even going to store the brain?
I've got a bag of holding, so I'm just gonna pop it in there.
Bag of holding.
Well,
Another
no one
surprise-
knows, right? See, you guys,
Wow.
you're just popping it in the satchel.
Yeah.
Damn.
okay, so
Makes sense.
as you look back to your
So I'm back over here.
yeah. So, okay, so essentially, who's now at the corner, or is anyone at the corner?
Yeah, I
Umbra
would have
there,
stayed where I
fine.
was. I haven't moved from there.
I'll probably
You
move
begin
up.
to hear footsteps coming towards you.
Am I done sawing?
Probably halfway through.
If we can hear footsteps, we'll just
So we want to.
mention,
I want to
say
ambush him.
to Umbra to stop.
I'll stop.
I'll motion to Kethra to move up and try and tackle him or something. If you can grapple him and take him out.
Let's grapple him again.
Okay, so
He's facing
what's
you.
the
so
planned
you need
reactions
So
for
it's
this
a-
person?
So it's so assume you said there's another guy coming. It's like, okay.
Yeah.
to- Yeah. Well, the thing is, if he's
She
walking,
she rolls her eyes.
yeah.
she
If
goes
he's
to
walking,
do it
if he's
again.
walking this way, we'll have to wait until he gets to the corner to get him.
So basically,
so
you'll all
basically
get a
as he turns-
reaction.
As he turns, it's over the mouth and
Okay, so the
yeah.
plan is to grapple him when he turns up. Okay,
Okay. it's a 16 to grapple,
right.
and then is that a successful?
Yep.
And then that's a 15 to
Okay,
knock him out.
so he holds on to your hand, elbows you,
Bastard.
and tries to reach up to shout, and is trying to pull your hand away. Can you roll a grapple check again?
That's a 21.
So he's literally just like,
Shut the fuck up.
he's going to try and break out of the grapple again.
So if we're seeing this,
Yeah,
Can
you can all do
yeah,
something.
I was gonna say, can I go over there to help in some way?
Yeah,
I was
so
thinking
you
of like
can
punching him in the gut to like wind him,
weaken him.
or probably with the bottom of the weapon. I suppose that'd be better. Like just to,
I'm just
to
gonna
knock
cut
him
his
out.
leg tendons. Just to.
Wow.
Okay, you each get an
Unnecessary
action on this, guys.
brutality.
I mean,
So
Umbra.
that's just so harsh.
Give him the Achilles heel.
I mean,
you-
surely he wouldn't be able to resist it all if I slice his legs, because he's got like no leverage. And...
Oh,
okay.
Wow.
You each get an action
That's
on
a
him.
screaming. That's a screaming pain though.
Gruzeel, you hit him.
Okay. So,
Can you roll one? What weapon are you using?
a rapier, the bottom of the rapier.
Right. Roll 1d8,
Oh, 8.
but this is bludgeoning.
8, and then plus my 4, so 12.
So you hit him, and he's just he wins, and he can't take the choke. He basically lets go from the wind, and he can't take the choke anymore, and he just goes down. However, because of the timing of this, Umbra, you will still slash his legs.
His leg tendons.
His leg tendon, sorry, and his knees just collapse
Nice.
like immediately, and you feel the sudden full weight before you were expecting it. Kethra.
Fuck's sake.
I hope I was of assistance.
I mean, that was a bit unnecessary at this point, but thank you anyway, Umbra.
And I'll
Maybe yours
lump the guy in the same corner and slit his throat as well.
Maybe Umbra
Oh my God.
will use yours as a plan C. If me hitting them doesn't work. Okay.
Very good.
Okay.
And I'll finish off sawing the guy I was working on before.
Oh my god. Have we just left a trail of blood now to these bodies?
Technically, the tendon thing shouldn't have
Blood.
spilt that much.
Okay.
So
The tendons wouldn't have really shed any blood, yeah.
Yeah.
a little bit,
Well,
but not
there's
loads.
not-
A little, not
not
loads, not loads, because it's just the
No.
tendons.
There's certainly a pool of blood in the corner where everything else has been going.
Yeah, your bit's
So-
gonna cause a lot of.
Yeah,
blood.
where I've been sawing this guy's head off, there'll be like a lot of blood.
Yeah.
here.
What would you all like to do now?
Finish off the head and put it in my
Right,
bag.
so that'll take you another minute or so.
Yeah, we'll be.
Should I
We'll,
put anything particular? Can I just put guard head in my?
Just put guard head.
yeah,
Your
I mean, we'll just
inventory.
keep, we'll
Severed guard head.
we'll continue looking around the corner.
Yep.
In the meantime.
Okay, so could you position where you're? Okay, so you're looking there. So,
What are these guards? Are they just human people?
yes. So the guards you've just killed. So the one you're taking the head off of is an elf.
Mhm.
The one you brutally took the tendons off of is just human.
Have they got anything written down, like any letters or parchment or anything like that?
Okay, so you're going to search them.
Yeah, I'll pat them down.
Okay, so you find a pistol on one.
Ooh. Okay.
You find a sword and a whip on the other.
Okay.
These guys,
Fine.
Is that whip?
these guys were dicks. See,
And
He had a whip.
you find a letter with a very childlike drawing on it.
No handwriting though. It's just
No handwriting, just a very childlike drawing, and you see it's a little girl with a dad in a uniform.
Nice.
Dad's holding a whip.
and the little girl's got a little pickaxe.
And with the other one, you find a journal, and it has
Nice.
poetry written inside.
Cool. I'm just gonna memorize the handwriting.
Wow. Okay.
All right.
Interesting.
And I'll take the pistol as well. I don't think I'm proficient in it, but
You aren't.
yeah, I'll take it anyway. It could be useful in a
We'll,
tight spot.
after all this, I'll be going around and because
Get weaponry,
the
yeah.
modern weaponry is useful.
Oh, okay, fine. How many bullets has? I assume it's got some bullets with it or ammunition.
It's got 5 shots in it.
Bullet.
Or he's got a pouch of 5 shots.
Oh, okay, so a pistol and a pouch of 5 shots. Fine. Okay.
So
So I'll take that, and I'll take the poetry book.
So, your elf I see, Alarias, that your passageway up top goes possibly further up. There's a way right. There's a way left. On the passage on your right, it looks like there's another passageway that also goes up. And if you go looking along, it looks like there's another passageway and another even further from that. Where would you like to go?
This is gonna be a maze.
Mm.
Everything looks clear though.
Everything looks clear at the moment,
Okay.
and you can't hear any footsteps at the moment.
Can
The
I?
guards were kind of coming from
can-
there though, weren't they?
yeah.
Like up here.
That's where. Yeah, that's where.
Yeah.
Yeah, because the last one came from that direction, and the other one was just where we are standing now, walking upwards. So it probably makes sense that they are coming from over there.
Go to where
somewhere.
they're coming from, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it makes sense. I'll move up to this one on the top right. And look down that corner.
How are you looking around?
The scimitar
Ooh.
approach.
While-
Can you roll stealth for me with advantage?
Can I? So when so standard what how we're moving is if Alarias is looking for people, I'm looking for traps.
Okay. Could you roll for investigation then, please, Gruzeel?
I got the same roll. 7.
7.
That's 2 5s.
Thir-
Oh, what the hell?
13 for the investigation.
You see a guard. And guess what?
He sees you.
He sees you.
So down on the left, okay. Fuck.
Wow. Here's a question.
What happens?
I suppose he would only see a scimitar poking out.
Hey there, is that you there, Bill? Bill?
Did we hear any of the guards talk before?
Oh no, he didn't.
Damn it, I can't.
I've got minor illusion, but what's that gonna really do? Oh,
Bill, you better... Bill, I don't like it when you point blades at me, Bill. Where's
I'm
your
just
dog,
gonna-
Bill?
Where's your what? Did he say?
Dog.
You haven't
Okay,
met
I'm
anybody with a dog.
I'm just gonna try something because I think we haven't got any other. I'm gonna use just one of my human voices that I've heard because I've got mimicry where I can mimic stuff I've heard before.
Oh, that's such a risk.
So it's gonna try like a human male, and I don't know. We'll just see how it goes. Make it like a bit scratchy maybe. And I'll just say, oh, I'm just writing some poetry.
Hey, that don't sound...
Shit.
Hey, you ain't Bill.
Yeah, I'm Bill. I've got a cold.
Persuasion. Deception. Deception. With advantage for the voice.
Okay. My deception is +3. Oh, 21 with my first roll.
Okay. He goes, "Oh, Bill, don't come near me then. I don't need nothing like that. I got a wife and kids to go home to. I don't need nobody that's getting ill. I gotta get paid."
Yeah, I've been coughing pretty bad, so you should stay away from me.
Yeah, okay, just fuck off and go back to your quarter, all right? go riding up, you know. Go back to your mass area. Keep those miners mining.
I'll give a cough.
Okay, seriously, get the hell away from me, all right?
I'll back
God
away with the
dang it.
scimitar.
You recoil the scimitar.
Yeah.
You just hear him muttering afterwards, just like, "Jeez, Bill, that's disgusting."
Okay, that route is blocked off now. Unless anyone else wants to try.
Well, it depends which way he's walking.
He's
If
staring
if
straight
he's
through.
going, if he goes back up, we could in theory do the same
Stealth
thing.
after him and just do
Yeah.
the same.
When you see him stop, he just leans back into that corner,
Oh, I see.
but he's looking up. He's not looking right.
We could lure him down here. I could say like I found something, and then we could check him out.
Yeah, we could just
Okay.
bum rush him.
I mean, that seems to be quite effective.
We could like hide here.
So yeah,
wait
I'll,
for him to come down.
if you guys kind of like go
Yeah.
like here and hide in like this little cubby, I can try and lure him.
I mean,
Oh, by the way, while you're up here, sorry, I've just realised.
Kethra,
right,
Kethra
yeah.
should be
Will-
up there to do the grapple though. So
You will be able to see Alarias while you're up here, basically looking around the corner, but this as well. So there are different ways.
Okay.
Obviously, a little bit of that as well.
Wait, can we just go through there?
I mean, that looks
Oh
like
no,
it's
so just dead end.
It's like a little cubby.
Yeah,
Oh no!
I mean,
that's-
it's,
no.
it's dark in here.
Yeah.
I mean, he's a human, isn't he? So he probably can't see that great in the dark.
We
I
could
reckon we
just move
lure
up here.
him and Kethra chokes him out. It seems
Yeah,
to
I
be
think
working
that's
well.
probably the best.
Alright. So I'll go back down here.
Brutal.
Necessary. Saves fighting him.
Yeah.
Necessary.
Alright, we'll back away around this corner.
Yeah.
And yeah, if Kethra goes to that corner and then Umbra tries to lure him over with that voice, I don't know what you want to say. 'Cause you don't want to alert them to possible intruders because they might just sound the alarm straight away.
Hmm.
So you want
So
something
you
that they
found
want.
something.
Yeah, just want to have something to help with, or something.
Oh,
Like
God, I found a diamond.
So I'll say, oh my god, there's 1,000 gold that someone's just left here.
that. Oh my god!
Roll deception with disadvantage.
That's such a bad line.
I'm just not
Worst
used to
luck.
stuff. Okay, he likes shiny
yeah,
things. So,
No, it'll likely come over though,
Maybe.
on a bad lie or a good lie.
I got an at 20 on one of them, but I got a 6 on the other.
Oh
Right.
no.
Well, again, it's disadvantage. That doesn't mean you get an nat 20.
No.
Mm.
Oh, well, okay, Bill. Just give me a minute.
Okay.
Dang it, Bill.
He's probably going to come with a bunch of people.
Well, that'll be weird though to be like, hey, I think this guy's lying about gold.
Well, he was already a little bit iffy with you.
Alright, I'll shout. Oh, I'm just kidding. I wrote a new poem and I want you to hear it. Could you come over here?
I didn't take you for the kind of guy that would write poetry, Bill.
Oh, you got the wrong guy.
It's yeah, it's just a new thing of mine. I'm just not sure.
Hey, why don't you send out that dog of yours? It's been a while since I've seen Fluffy.
Oh,
Let me see where he is. Fluffy, where are you? And then can I mimic like a dog barking?
That was a clear test.
I will allow.
What kind of dog are you going to do?
Yeah. What kind of dog are you going to do? What kind of bark are you going to do?
Oh my god.
German Shepherd.
I imagine dogs would have been barking angrily at me in my homeless days. So
Okay.
whatever dog I heard the most whilst homeless in the city.
Okay.
I could minor illusion a head round the corner, a dog's head. It's 5 foot, but I could.
Oh, you know what you could
Maybe
do? What you
stretch
could
that.
do is minor illusion Bill's head around the corner.
Minor
Don't
illusion.
know what
dog.
Bill looks like.
I don't
We
know
do,
which one
it's
it
one of
is.
those guys. It's one of those guys,
There's
isn't it?
two.
No, it's no. It's talking about a dog. We haven't met anybody with a dog.
Yeah.
I think just minor illusion like a dog barking.
I've already done the dog barking. I'm using my mimicry for it.
Minor illusion more dogs.
I could minor illusion a dog's head like poking around the corner.
Yeah.
See that guy? Just there, like Kethra is. And it's so dark you won't really see the features properly. Right.
Okay. Go ahead.
I'll probably do a kind of German Shepherd, like a biggish dog.
Okay, I'll try and match my mimicry to the closest I can. Woof.
It's an intelligence check for illusions, isn't it?
Investigation.
Investigation.
It's
Yeah.
it's a defensive spell save, whatever.
Yeah,
But yeah,
investigation.
yeah.
My spell save is 14.
Would the mimicry give it advantage?
Or give him disadvantage.
Give
Yep.
him disadvantage.
Yeah.
I would
Yeah.
I would suggest with the
Sound,
previous
yeah.
stuff he has disadvantage. What's your spell save DC again?
14.
All right.
Oh no, that smile.
There's a moment of pure silence, and then you hear a dog barking again.
There.
Wait. As in, not me.
Not you.
Oh
Yes,
shit.
because actual Bill is actually somewhere else.
Oh no, so it's not one of those guys. Oh no.
Look,
And
he's talking about a dog. We haven't met a
No,
dog.
you never
Right,
know, could
so
have been somewhere
there's-
else.
Well, the
There's
dog
a-
might be asleep.
And this is
th-
where
there's
Bill
a
turns
dog-
up.
there's a dog bark, and then there's a growl, and a howl. A wolf's howl. Very, very loud. Wolf's howl.
Oh shit.
Oh damn. Yeah, that's the problem. We've alerted.
Right.
That's
So
There's Bill.
basically, you find you are surrounded quite suddenly.
Oh shit. Oh shit.
Oh
Oh.
dear.
Oh my god.
That
we
was
botched it.
yeah.
joy.
It's a botch.
to watch.
I love the commitment though. It was great.
We almost
oh,
had it, I think.
Can you all roll initiative
Ah.
when you hear seemingly a guard captain go, "Intruders, get them!"
Oh.
Luckily, we're blocking the exit. It seems.
At least we tried.
You still take stuff away from naturals on
Yeah. You don't. Yeah. There's. You treat that.
18 for me then.
18
Yeah,
as well. No, sorry, no, mine's 22. Got to add.
Oops, that's not accurate. Don't. Oh, okay. 14.
13.
20.
Okay, hold on. Let me do all your initiatives. So, 20 plus. Who got over 20?
22.
22 for Kethra. Right. 15 to 20.
18 from me.
20.
Tim. 20 for Alarias. And who got 10 to 15?
I got 14.
I got 13.
So 14, 13. So 13 for Gruzeel, 14 for Umbra.
Probably shouldn't do Thunderwave.
Probably not.
That boom.
Try to think if there's any way we can get out of this, but I think the dogs
There's
have
no
seen us.
way. Yeah, there's no way. We've
You've
Considering
botched
that
it.
Blew
the
it.
captain said intruder.
yeah.
Oh, I can mimic his voice, but I don't know what I would say.
Yeah. Well, he's right there. So.
What's the alarm? Everyone disperse.
Well, to be
It's a
fair,
drill.
you might be able to get away with that with the people that can't see him,
I was gonna say it
because they
depends
can't
if
see
they've
your
seen
mouth.
us or not.
So
Yeah.
you know you could do it, but then he'll hear you, and then he'll say, "Don't listen." You know, whatever. You know.
Is Umbra all
But
in
you know
black?
what you could do?
Yeah.
You could disrupt orders. You know, get the confusion.
That's what I was
and
thinking. Just
stuff.
confuse
Yeah,
them.
that's
Just be
true.
Like,
You
"Come
know.
over here."
Um,
Oh, that's really clever. I'll do that. I'll just
Yeah.
say like everyone
Oh,
run
fuck.
over to like this bit
Yeah.
or whatever.
or just or you could. The other option is to like completely disregard everything the guy says. So whatever he says, go actually just say the complete opposite. Just let him drive it rather than the. It's up to you. But yeah. I was gonna say, what's distance wise in this ruler versus what it is?
So the ruler. So I'll explain this now, but I am going to need to make some headway in a bit. So we maybe get through one round of combat, and then I might need to pop off and come back.
Yep.
Mhm.
So let me just look. So. Oh, actually, it's quite accurate.
Oh, okay, that's handy.
It's fairly accurate. Like I'm comfortable to give a leeway of maybe 2 or 3 feet, but generally that's bang on.
Yeah, depending on where you center it, it's
Yeah,
bang on.
depending on where you center it, it's fairly accurate. So 2 feet error margin essentially.
Sweet. Okay, I've got an idea then. All right, cool.
Okay, this is awkward. I didn't expect this to happen so quickly.
You expected more from us.
I
You expected us to do better on some of the rolls. Yeah, it's quite.
Yeah.
Quite
To be
right.
fair, the fact that we got through
Oh,
3
dear.
of them, I think, was an achievement.
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought we were doing quite well.
Yeah.
yeah, you did great.
To be fair, if we kill all the guards now, then it makes it easier for later.
True.
Is this all the guards though?
Well, we did say Bloodblade did say there wasn't that many.
They should be tipsy as well, in theory, hopefully.
A couple of them might be.
Disadvantage.
So we'll see.
Yeah.
See what happens.
Sorry, I've got to set up my sheet in the right way now. Yep. And that.
Okay.
This is gonna be fun.
So is this? I'm assuming this is where everybody is. Everyone's in these positions specifically.
Yeah, I was preparing to grapple someone around the corner, but
And Tim, you were that far back.
Yes, I think so. I think I was at the back.
Okay, cool.
Maybe around here.
All right. Yeah, I think avoid any like thunderous moves. But everything
Yeah,
else should be all right.
No Thunderwave.
The Thunder Chromatic Orb was always the best.
Mm.
I wonder if I should do my Hunter's Mark.
In fact, these are guards. Guards don't really have that high
Oh.
AC or health.
No,
Are they all
but
just guards?
the leader guard could.
And there's the wolves as well. They can put out some
Yeah.
damage.
Yeah. I'm just.
I
thinking-
will say, these wolves are quite large,
so
giant almost.
Dire.
They stand
Dire
taller than
wolves.
Kethra.
Did they-
What? What?
Wait,
4
what?
feet? They're taller than Kethra.
They're taller than Kethra.
They're taller than 6 feet.
God, they're like horses.
What the fuck?
They are massive.
What on earth?
Shit.
Absolute units.
Yeah.
Wait, are they
Yeah.
both wolves?
So the other one's a dog.
Oh.
Huge
That's
dog.
a wolf.
Okay. no.
Is that a huge
Umbra's
dog?
wishing he was back on the ship in his.
The,
mold.
the dog's not as huge. It's not as tall, but it's a longish dog. But the wolf is.
So that's a dire.
It's
must-
tall.
Yeah, so it must
Can
have
you
a
do the
dire.
voice of that guard we were talking to again?
Hey Bill.
Okay.
Hey, Bill.
Hey Bill, what you doing at the moment there?
What you doing at the moment there?
Well, you'd probably want
I'll
to.
say,
You'd
I'll say
mimic.
that was a good effort.
You'd want to mimic the captain anyway, not that guy.
Well, I was gonna do something, but
Oh,
I'll wait
okay.
till my turn.
Yeah, the captain said, "Get them."
We said intruders.
Oh yeah, intruders, and get them. Right. Finally, okay, Kethra, you are first.
Alright, I'm gonna come around and say, well, I've got my greatsword drawn only, and say, been waiting this for a long time. It's been a pleasure, this. And then let's say 24 to hit the guy in front of me. I assume he's the captain.
The captain, yeah, he was the one that shouted. So you're attacking the captain.
With a 24
Yeah, that hits.
hit, and then it's a 2d6. Ooh, shit. That's dropped.
It does.
And that's,
The whole lack
11.
of thunderous thing also kind of counts to pists and firearms. 'cause that's
15.
gonna cost a loud noise.
15.
Yeah, that's 15 damage. That's why I'm not got my pistols out. 15 total damage.
Right, you hit him. It hurts. Next, we've got Alarias.
Okay. Closest dude. Oh, it's this dog, I guess. Can I see that wolf?
Yes.
Or is he? Okay.
Yeah, he's literally. You can see like the tip of his snout peering across the corner.
Okay, what kind of damage is going to be good against a wolf?
Hack it.
If that's what you
Probably fire.
Gruzeel would know.
Most animals are scared of fire. Just burn it.
Yeah.
Yeah, Gruzeel, what are they?
I don't know how powerful.
Gruzeel,
these
do you want to
things
take
are.
your turn trying to figure it out?
No. Oh no, would he know? Like if he knows, then it's just instinctive knowledge. Depends if it's in the monster manual or not. Because anything in the monster manual is just instinct knowledge. You doesn't need a roll for.
Let me double check. I got this from somewhere, but I can't exactly where.
Because I think dire wolves are. Because I had.
It's not a dire wolf.
Oh, okay. Fair enough. Oh, if it's a.
Sounds like it's bigger than a dire wolf.
The only other things it could be is like a winter wolf.
Actually, it's something else entirely.
Oh, okay.
Oh. Hmm.
So I probably can't.
Okay,
I'm in a
rough.
wolf suit.
Burn him!
It's a man in a suit.
For now, I'm just going to fireball the big wolf.
Okay,
I'm going to see how it affects it.
go ahead.
Alright, it's a nat 20. That's nice.
Nice.
So that's 2d10. Do I add damage to spell attack?
No,
No,
not
I
unless it
don't
says.
Nice. No, what the hell? That's 20.
Wow.
No joke.
Actually,
Yeah,
Wow.
25
Beautiful.
damage.
right, you hit this thing in the face. You see it like visibly snarl as this fire encapsulates its snout. Right, Tortle Tim, you are next.
I'm gonna cast Bane. on 4 of them in a second level slot.
Can you see 4 of them?
Burn.
Do you need to see
I
them
can
to
if I.
cast Bane?
You could if you.
Can I move here and move here and get these 2 and this one and just cast it in a level 1 slot?
Yes.
Could you not see the captain from there? Depends how the line of sight is.
The captain's slightly
Peek my head
out
round.
of line of sight. So
Okay, that's fine.
if you want to get the captain, you'll have to go up to that top row.
Right.
But you could get 4 on that top row if you go up.
Or if what you could
Oh,
do,
that
if
is
you,
true,
if, you,
actually.
if you stand here, you could see this dude as well.
Yeah, you'll catch the edge of him,
So then you can get all 4 of
but
them.
you won't see the wolf.
I don't see that wolf though.
God.
Just,
Yeah.
just get the 3 on the side.
Yeah, just
If
get
I
the-
go here, can I get the wolf's bum?
Yes.
and then you get
Okay,
those 4
in that
people
case,
at
I'm
top.
gonna get these 2 and these 2, with Bane. So
Okay, so
they
what does
need
Bane
to,
do again?
Bane, they need to beat a charisma save, which is
Charisma.
13.
13.
It's a very friendly spell.
Cool. Cool.
Charisma's a weird thing.
Right. They all, apart from 1, beats it.
Oh, okay. So that guy, whenever he makes an attack roll or a save, he must roll a d4 and subtract it.
Cool.
Attack
keep
or
that in
saving
mind.
throw. Okay, nice.
Excellent. Okay. It is now. That guy's
as
turn
my
for me.
bonus action, I activate my thing. My what you call it? The animated shield.
Dude, we're way past your turn.
Well, it's a bonus action.
Yes,
Could
but
I
it's
have done
way past your turn.
Oh,
Yeah,
reaction,
that is a-
right?
It's not reaction.
But could I have done it as a thing on my turn?
Way past your turn.
I forgot about it, but I would have had it. I would have
Go
had
for
it.
No.
Yes, next turn you could have go for it. Okay. Right. So. I don't make the fucking rules, except that I do. Okay, so this guard's going to attack Kethra, and this is actually the one that failed. So. So I rolled a 2, and then I rolled a 1 on the negative, so it's technically a 1. So he's going to swing, and he's going to swing his scimitar and clamber it into the side of the rock, and it's going to wedge, and he's going to be stuck there.
Nice.
He's now restrained. Good roll from me. Good job. Okay. The other guard is going to sidestep on the side of the captain and also go for Kethra.
Hooray!
That is going to hit you, Kethra.
Beats 15.
That's going to hit you, Kethra. And that's 6 damage to you. Slashing.
Yay!
Okay, then we are on Umbra. What do you want to do?
What could I say that would lead to confusion? He said intruders, right? The captain, and all these guys are running at us.
Yep.
No, sorry, they're not intruders. They're my mates. They're here to
Misunderstanding.
It's like, sorry.
Can I say 2 things?
Depends on the.
If it's going to take up your action, then yes.
Ooh, that's a lot.
6 seconds, guys.
Okay, I'm just gonna say in the captain's voice that the intruders are over to the east. Quick, get over there and surround them. Hopefully we're not east. I'm kind of imagining like
Okay, could you roll deception?
this way.
I'll give you advantage as you're using the captain's voice.
Yes.
You kind of want to alert everyone that's in it, so that they're not going to alert any more guards.
Mm.
True, but I feel like if we clear these guys out quickly, then we can just mop up the rest.
Yeah.
rather than having to
We'll
sort that.
see.
Well, getting rid of their captain would be very useful if he's the only one.
Well, if the captain starts trying to give orders, following up after hearing his voice,
That's why I'm attacking him.
so confusion. I mean, if you kill him, that'd be even better because I can choose his voice.
Mm.
I got 21. Sorry, 22 because it's advantage.
Okay, so like these 2 guys over here both suddenly turn to start running.
Nice.
Hopefully they'll kill each other.
But the wolf, the dog, the two soldiers right next to you, and the captain are both very focused on the current situation.
Okay, we can handle that a bit more. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, Gruzeel, it's your go.
Oh, was that my action?
Sorry. Yeah, that was your action
Oh,
because
okay.
that was you were persuading them to leave.
Okay, in that case, I'm seeing if I've got any bonuses I can use. No one's injured, really.
No, not yet.
Yeah. Okay. That's fine. I'm just gonna back off like a little down here and start reaching to my satchel to get out a potion vial, which is basically my attack for next turn.
Okay. So Gruzeel, you're next.
I was going to breath them, but the guys are running away, so there's no point doing that. Do I want to hunter's sense this wolf? Probably not. I guess I'll just attack then. I guess I'll attack. I'll attack the wolf with my rapier.
As you get close to this wolf, you see that it's not like a regular wolf. Its fangs are longer. Its eyes are red. It's got like almost a mane of spiked fur coming out. It is slightly terrifying. Go ahead and roll.
Interesting. That is 19 plus 4, so 23.
Yeah, that's a hit.
And it's a 7 plus 4, so 11.
11 damage.
Yep, piercing.
Cool.
That's no ordinary wolf.
Now, what's your AC again, Gruzeel?
15.
Sorry, I'm just checking stuff. Yep.
Need to upgrade my armor at some point. I'm only wearing leather armor.
Okay. So it bites. The wolf bites and slashes at you. It's not a 10. That's a D10.
Might have to look and see what these guys are wearing, because because I can use light and medium armor.
They're leather armor, so
Yeah, or maybe the captain would have something nicer potentially. Yeah, because if I can get some better armor, that'd
would
be
you
good.
want to look like Fleet?
No,
Yeah,
but
it's
I
gonna
can,
have to
I
fit
can, I can discolor it or what have you.
It could be useful to look like Fleet.
So it hits you with a bite attack, in which it does 16 damage to you.
Ouch.
Can you make a strength saving throw?
Jesus, that'll be a one hit for me.
Yeah, that's a big one.
That's a fucking one hit.
13.
I'm down.
13.
Mm-hmm.
Whoa.
You're knocked prone. It then begins to
Shit.
claw at you,
Oh no.
and it does. It does 16 damage
Shit.
to you.
16 more damage.
I'm down.
More.
Fuck.
Mhm.
Wow.
I'm
You
down.
should bail. We'll just focus this thing down first.
I'm gonna chromatic orbit next turn.
I'm afraid I've got to go, but obviously you can keep doing combat until Umbra's turn.
Well, I'm just finishing this round, and
Okay.
then I've got to go get.
Doing a break.
Oh, fair enough.
Anyway,
okay.
so
I've got to head off now, I'm afraid. But just guys, I'll catch you guys later.
See you around.
Au revoir.
Is that Haiss off for good, or is he coming back on?
he said to me that he couldn't actually make the afternoon, so I
That's
tried to
fair.
get us on as early as possible.
Go on then.
Yeah, sadly, yeah.
No problem.
So that's that.
Wow.
Sunny.
Hmm.
Sunny.
Yes.
Are you too occupied with 7, or would you like to try and do a dungeon today?
Oh, can do. I mean, we're still recording at the moment. Are we stopping?
No. I'm
No,
I'm
no, I
finishing
was
off the combat.
I was
and
just
then-
asking.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
was asking.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
the captain goes after Kethra, goes for a big slash but misses, and then and he also shouts, "What are you doing, you idiots? They're here!"
No, they're not.
And the other guards, on their entire turn, spend their time
Oh.
turning around and coming back to the actual fray. And then we have the dog that's going to make a bite attack at Alarias. What's your AC, Alarias?
13.
Okay, so it hits you,
Okay.
and it does 5 damage.
Okay.
Damage.
That's fine.
Take that.
For how long?
I don't we need to deal with.
Yeah.
So, as you failed miserably at a deception attempt on the guards, they all swarmed in on you. First, Kethra quickly bringing out her sword, slashed against the obvious captain, bringing him back a peg to the point where he could not even hit you. The other guards began swarming in and made some failed attempts, and some that just about hit. 2 guards, confused by Umbra's mimicry, ran for the hills until suddenly being recommanded by their actual captain to return. And a gigantic, disgusting, monstrous wolf bites down and claws Gruzeel, ripping him apart till he is motionless on the floor. We'll end there. We'll come back to continue combat next time on Pirate Adventures.